I'm going to get started. Okay, guys, so welcome to the team Zoom tonight. Super excited to have you guys and some new faces as well. I felt like this would be beneficial for really anyone who wants to learn more about increasing their income and also the bonus potential that our company offers. We have one of the greatest comp plans out there. But you have to know how to maximize it to really see what you are capable of when you work this business um, and you're consistent. So, we're going to start off first by giving some shout outs, you guys. These shout outs are for people who are enrolling, people that are working hard, people that are consistent, people that ask questions, are seeking to grow, all the things, because everyone's journey is different and we can never compare each other's. But if as long as we're moving and as long as we're doing the things and learning and growing and moving forward, it's only up from there. Right. And so I'm going to give a huge shout out to Shannon J, Jessica Cook, Noreen Newberry, Kim Whitlow, Cassie Clark, Melissa Graham, Crystal Peters, Mallory Bryant, Dale Klassen, Jennifer Roach, Nicole Cavill, Liz Jones, Sam Lowe, Ashley Sabine, Hannah Seifert, Lisa Bowden, and Megan Sexton. So, you guys, I wanted to give you a huge shout out because whether that looks like you've enrolled a few people this month, whether that looks like you're at least asking questions, you're posting every day, like you're communicating, you're doing the things. I want to give you guys a shout out because I'm super proud of you and I see all of you and I see your hard work. And I promise that if you remain consistent, and I can say that after 10 years, consistent and work hard and put the effort in, you can definitely be successful in this business and success in a lot of different ways. Success in the amount of money that you can bring in, the business that you can build, the friendships that you can grow, platform that you can use it for. And so, okay, I did say we were going to pray before we got started, and I already got ahead of myself. So, Heavenly Father, God, I thank you so much for tonight. God, I thank you for your goodness and faithfulness in this business. I thank you that you've orchestrated each person that was meant to be here tonight, Lord, that you've brought them to this Zoom. God, I pray that you are glorified in everything that is shared. I pray that it would help each and every one of these ladies and families represented here, Lord, that they can use it to grow, to glorify you, and to truly just be a blessing to others, God. This company is so much more than just a paycheck. And I pray that they would see the vision of what it can truly become when you take it seriously, you work hard, and you give it to you, Lord. So I just pray that you would just bless our time together and all that's shared tonight. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Cassie, I think you just hopped on, but I gave you a huge shout out, girl. Cassie was our top enrolling distributor for one of our top distributor enrollers, excuse me, for the last week, along with Jessica Cook. Jessica, I see you're on now too. I gave you guys some shout outs, but I specifically want to shout you two out because you guys are showing up on my recognition of my team as the two that are enrolling distributors. And so, and the most. So super proud of you. Okay, guys. So what was super cool is if you guys have not watched Sherry Lynn's um, live feed on Road to VIP that she shared today, it was super powerful, you guys. We so often get to the end of the month and we're like, some people are giving up with 9 days left and like, oh, there's no way I can get this amount of volume, or there's no way that I can reach this. And she's like, you would have no idea. And she said this, and I can resonate with this. I know Jess can, I know Kim can. I know that many on here can tell you that there's still so much time left in this month. So, really, just not waiting to implement the things I'm going to be sharing with you until November 1st, but to implement them tonight, tomorrow, to do the things. Because if you just keep waiting and putting it off, then it's just going to be, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. But really establishing that routine and those habitual tasks that you're doing every single day, that's what's going to help you to. So, one other thing I wanted to announce to you guys before I get into this is, you guys, our company is bringing back, I don't know, OGs know what I'm talking about, One Team, One Missions, sip and samples, what were they? Road rally things. There's just all sorts of things that we've had over the years and we are bringing them back, smaller in-person events that are local to everyone's area. So I am heading up one in Minnesota, Maple Grove, Minnesota on November 1st, Friday night. We are going to do sampling. We are going to do a presentation that talks about more about the company and about the products. And we are also going to incorporate a training for all distributors. So not all of them are going to look the same, but if you have a Meet It Works in your area or within a few hours of your area, I encourage you to be there because it is going to make a difference in your business. And I know that we only have 3 months till conference, but I'm just going to tell you guys, like, try everything you can to be there. These in-person events are everything. And I know some are hosting things locally for their team, and that's great. But if you can make it, we want to see you there. So we're going to talk about increasing income and bonus potential tonight. So how do we do that? I'm going to keep things really simple for you guys. The way that we grow our paychecks and the way that we bring in income weekly and monthly is by bringing in PMs, perk members, and distributors. That's a simple way of putting it. So what we do is not confusing or hard. Now, I didn't say that you don't have to work for it, but it's like it's consistently doing the same thing. Now, when you bring in perks members and distributors, your ultimate goal is to rank up so that your checks increase. So your goals, first off, are to hit Ruby and then to build rubies. If you are on here, I think everyone on here knows what Ruby and above is. If you watch this recording, Ruby is 3 distributors on your top line, all at 400 in volume, with a total volume throughout your organization, including those legs, of 2,000 GVs. Then you are teaching those distributors to then build rubies as well in order for you then to hit emerald, diamond, and above. That's a simple way of putting it. And so it's important that a lot of this can be overwhelming. Someone can come in and they can say, hey, I want to know how to make income right away. Like, I want to make $500 a month. And you're like, yeah, that's Ruby. Okay, but you need to teach them to break that down. You need to talk about the fact that when they're in their first 90 days, new distributors in their first 90 days can earn unlimited bonuses that also will help them to rank up to Ruby and above. Those bonuses are quick start period bonuses. And you can earn as many 4-in-1s as you want in your first 90 days, and you make $150 every time you do that. 4 PMs, 1 distributor. Every time you do that, you make $150 US, and I think it's like a little over 200 Canada. And then when you do that 3 times within your first 90 days, and you could do it 9 times, but every 3 times that you do it, you're going to make $350 US, which is more for Canada. So what I'm saying is that's how we keep it simple. We start people off with the small goals. If you feel like you have been overcomplicating your business, get back to the basics. Okay. And so if you're in your first 90 days, we're doing 4-1, 4-1, 4-1. If you are past your 90 days, it means that you're a little more experienced. You've been in the business for a little longer. Hopefully you've been working it, and your goal is 4 and 3s. Okay, so 4 customers, 3 distributors. Now remember, those 4 customers have to equal at least 300 in volume. And right now, our company is offering bonuses for people that are even outside their quick start period. So you can literally earn $150 bonuses for every 4 and 3 that you get, regardless of whether or not you're in your first 3 months. That is a huge income potential for those that are like, hey, Stace, I'm kind of bummed. I'm out of my 3 months. How do I maximize bonuses? Well, right now, our company is offering us 4 and 3s. We already make $50 US every time we sign 4 customers. Now they're giving us another $100 to sign 3 distributors. And if you got your conference ticket, you have codes right now, 10 of them for $49. Maximize them. You can use them through the end of November, FYI. So even if for some reason you can't make it to conference, I encourage you to get those codes and to build your business, because 10 distributors is well on your way to boxing yourself for diamond. Okay, so now that I've gone over that and told you how to how to increase your check, but now how do you do that, right? So what needs to be done in order to get those PMs, get those DTs, rank up, get the bonuses. And let me back up. Diamond and above, re-ranks and rank ups still go through the end of this month, ranging from $5,000 all the way to $25,000. So huge bonuses on the line right now. Okay, I think I've got all that. So now you guys know like what it takes to increase your income. Now, what do we need to do to hit those goals? So what you have to focus on with our business, it's simple daily tasks. It's what it is. And sometimes it can feel monotonous. And sometimes you can feel like, you know, stuck because you may not be seeing the fruit of your work right away. But our business is about building residual income. Sometimes you do not see the fruit of your labor, the effort that you're putting in right away, but you are building up a business from the ground up. That takes time. But if you keep building, your business will eventually explode and continue to grow. Will you experience setbacks? Maybe. Will you have to overcome obstacles? Probably. But at the same time, building a business, no one ever said that would be easy. And it's not for people that aren't taking it seriously, right? It's not for people that just expect overnight success by putting up a few posts, right? Like we know we're building a business here. So we have to work it even when we don't feel like it. We have to work our business based on what we want, not on how we feel. Okay. I sometimes know that you probably don't, if you work a 9 to 5, you probably don't want to go to work every day, right? You still got to go. You still got to do the things because your family depends on you. The same thing with this business. And I get it, you might feel like you are stretched thin. You may be in school. You may have a job. You may have a lot of kids. You may have all these different things going on in your life. But I can tell you right now that I could probably think of a huge handful of leaders that have the same thing going on in their life, that aren't giving excuses, are increasing those checks, are making a lot of money, and being able to, or have already been able to experience a great amount of freedom by stepping away from a full-time job because they sucked it up for a solid year of just like hitting it hard and sacrifice, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to increase your income producing activities. That's what you have to do. In order to grow this business, you have to have a daily task list. But I don't want you doing tasks that aren't going to get you anywhere with this business. Like I said, will you always see the fruit of these tasks right away? No, you will not. But will you see them if you keep doing it day after day? Yes, you will. It's all part of planting and harvesting, planting and harvesting. And so we increase our IPAs, income producing activities. Those are, and I'm going to explain to you why these specific income producing activities are just that. Okay. Reels, posts, stories, messaging, follow ups, haps, increasing network growth, and branding. All of those things produce income. Some faster than others, but all of them produce income. Reels produce income because it is a huge way to build your following quickly. More people then see your stuff. Posts help you to grow your business because people know that your business is open and they can see it daily. And hopefully, if you're learning anything from your leaders, you're learning not to post spammy, but you are incorporating it into your daily life. Same thing with your stories, which people get a little glimpse of what you have to offer on your page. Now, posting stories alone aren't going to get you anywhere, but consistently doing them every day is a part of what's going to bring in your income along with these other IPAs. Messaging for referrals. When I say referrals, asking people if they know people that want extra income, asking people if they know people that want to lose weight or grow their hair out or whatnot. Messaging for host to post. Messaging potential distributors, telling them to come do this with you because you see that they have at least 400 friends on Facebook and that they're interacting. They already have an opportunity to open a business pretty quickly if they've got that going on. And so you can say that that is the reason why you chose to reach out to them. Follow-ups. The fortune is in the follow-up. Like, I can't tell you guys how many people I have followed up with. Sometimes I think the most recent one I was sharing with you guys, I think it was like 20, I don't know, 21 times I followed up with her. And she finally said yes, and she finally moved forward. So just know that if you quit following up after your third follow-up or your fourth follow-up because you feel like you're being annoying, then you are going to be basically giving that person away when they decide maybe a little bit later down the road that they want to try the product or the business, and they've kind of forgot about you because you stopped checking in, and they saw a post, then they're like, oh, well, this girl does it, so I'm going to reach out to her. So all the work that you did, you stopped following up, and now that person gets your potential. Okay. So it's important that you always keep your business open and you always follow up. You can say, hey, like if I'm offending you by following up, let me know. Most of the time they're not gonna tell you you're offending them. That's like my normally, I don't know, eighth to ninth follow-up if I'm not like getting a response. And believe it or not, people respond to that and they just say they're busy or they can't right now. But consistently following up is so important. So important. Haps. Consistently getting up haps is so important, you guys. Like I can't reiterate that enough. Um, because of the amount of people that you can reach in other people's networks that much more quickly. That is what the gold in haps is. That is what is so valuable about haps. You literally get up 5 haps in a day, and each one of those people has at least 100 friends. You just got your product or business in front of 500 people in one day. Okay. You can't add 500 people to your network in one day, but you can get your stuff in front of 500 people if people are sharing for you. And that's just a minimum right there. Increasing your network growth. That's just adding friends. Getting growth by TikTok, Reels, adding on Facebook, interacting on your newsfeed, adding friends of friends, groups, whatever you do, pages. And then branding is your long-term success. So throughout all of these things, you are continuing to grow your brand, who you are. People buy people, not products. They want to know who you are, what you're about, why they should trust you, what you're offering them, why they want to go to your page every day, what's inspiring them. Those are the things that are important. Now, how do you maximize your IPAs and become successful? You could do your IPAs, but if you're only doing them when you feel like, or you're not doing all of them, or you're just like hit and miss, then that's about how your business is going to grow, hit and miss. You might sign a few people here and there, but you're not going to reach your goals. You're not going to reach those ranks. You're not going to reach the bonuses if it's not consistent every day. Now I get it. Some of us need to take a Sabbath, and God honors that. I absolutely believe that. But I mean, for the most part, you are daily working on growing your business. Maybe for you, it only looks like you have an hour a day. That's fine. Maximize it. Don't get distracted. Sit down, do the things you need to do. I am way more focused when I'm sitting in the car in a parking lot where I can send out 60 messages without distraction sometimes than I am when I'm at home and it's chaotic. Okay. But when you're intentional, you can definitely see the increase of your business. Sorry, I got to look at the chat because I see it. I see people chatting in there. I just want to make sure, or asking stuff in there. I want to make sure I don't miss anything while I'm talking about this. Let's see. What do you say on your night? What does I say on my night's follow-up? So I do a couple different things. I'll get on a voice memo backing up on follow-up. I'll get on a voice memo. I'll send a message and say, hey, I really hope I'm not offending you. I know you were excited about the products when we spoke a while back. I know I've been checking in a lot. Are you still interested in moving forward? Is there a better time to reach out? Please just let me know. Like just being real. Like, I don't want to annoy you. I don't keep sending you messages if you're not interested, but if you're not going to flat out tell me that you've changed your mind or you're not interested, you are going to continue to get messages from me because I know what this business has done for me. I know what the products have done for me, and I'm passionate. And to me, that's not annoying, but I'm getting you on something that's going to be life-changing for you when it comes to the products or the business. Okay. Yeah, offending. I like that word. And that gets people like, oh, no. So I like to use that after a while if they're ignoring me. Okay. So how to maximize your IPAs and become successful. So you need to grow yourself every day. You could do all this stuff, but if you don't believe in yourself, if you're not growing your mind, if you're not growing business strategies, if you're not pivoting at times when you need to, then you could be um missing a whole bunch of opportunities for growth as a leader and a business owner. And so make sure that you are doing self-development, whether you're reading a book, listening to a pod. Mindset Mentor is amazing. We have so many books on the team page that you can refer to for growth in leadership, in network marketing if this is your first time doing it, changing your mindset if you just feel like all you're surrounded by is negativity right now, whatever that might be. We have so many resources at our fingertips. Watch trainings. There are trainings from every leader in this company on YouTube. If you follow them and you can't find stuff on them, reach out to me. I'll find it for you. What I'm saying is we do not have a lack of resources. And some of our biggest resources that we didn't have when we got started 10 years ago, we didn't have a Road to VIP or a We Are One It Works or a Canadian page with corporate. And we didn't have those things. They are offering us Monday motivation, Wednesdays, where Joey is just pouring into us like crazy, our Sunday night calls, our weekly power hours. Like we have so many things that we can plug into. So if you are not utilizing those pages, I encourage you to get on them now, because that is how you are going to grow in the way that you are doing these income producing activities and building a team to do the same and lead from the front. You can't tell your team to do something that you're not willing to do yourself. So being consistent, pushing aside excuses, keeping accurate charts. I get it. It's so cool that we have come out that for diamonds and above, that our company has come out with the projected volumes on your It Works app. It's awesome. It's changing every day, right? And the reason it is because people change orders, people stop, they turn it off different times of the month. So you still need to be doing your charting throughout the month and not just depending on what's on the It Works app, speaking to you diamond and aboves. And for those of you that aren't quite at that level yet, make sure that you are charting yourself every day so you know what you are aiming for on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. Something really important for you to do is not only to set your own personal monthly goals and team goals, but it's to write them down. You are much more likely to accomplish goals that you put out for yourself if you write it down and keep it in front of you. That might even be like a proven fact. I feel like Sherry Lynn was sharing something about that. I didn't quite get the exact wording, but it's really important that you have your goals set before you. When I'm having if I'm disorganized at the beginning of the month and I don't have my stuff written down, I notice that I'm much more all over the place as far as my goals, how many PMs I want, how many GTs I want, where I want the team at. If I don't have that all figured out, I'm kind of all over the place. And I've been there, right? Like we've all been there. So it's really important to keep that stuff before you and to include your team on what the goals are. Get them excited, get them hyped up. That is what's important. 42% more likely to achieve them when they're written out. Thank you, Jessica. There's my green girl. Okay. So now communication with your team is really important. I get you cannot force people to work. You cannot motivate people. Okay. But the ones that are doing this with you, communicate with them on a daily or every other day basis. Let them know that you're there, that you see them, that you want this for them. Okay. And those that are going at a little more slower pace, you can just be there for when they're ready. But communication, I always tell my new distributors, please communicate, please ask questions, please reach out. I don't want to chase. What did I think it's Brittany Cromwell and Katie Bevington. Oh, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. One of the other top leaders in our company specifically is she holds their hand for a month. Okay. You have me, anything you need. I'm going to show you how to do all the training. I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to look at all the conversations. And that's kind of going to determine what the following months in their business looks like, right? So they should be able to establish learning how to run their business. That doesn't mean that they aren't there for them after that, but they are literally going to hold their hand for a month, and then it's going to determine how they're going to interact with them as they continue to grow their business. Now, I'm like always there on any level when it comes to someone doesn't get started for 3 months. If you reach out, I'm going to help you going, but I'm not going to chase you, and I'm not going to force you to do something that you don't want to do. That's right, Amanda Bushner. She's bringing in you the next month. Thank you. Okay, so a few more tips that I'm going to close with, and tips for growing. Okay, and hopefully this has all been encouraging because and really helped you kind of refocus on what's important when it comes to business growth. And obviously be praying over your businesses every day. Like I feel like that is truly number one. Increase your HAPs. So if you're on here and you think you're averaging 2 host to posts a day, then I'm going to encourage you to start small and increase that to 4 a day. Okay. If you're getting up 5 a day, let's increase that to 7 a day. If you're getting up 7 a day, let's increase that to 10 a day. Okay. Set the small goals for yourself and do the thing. I get it. Sometimes I am getting up more one day than the other, but I want my average to be between that 7 to 10 a month. And I'm kind of trying not to overwhelm people because I get that's a lot. So start yourself small and work your way up. And just think about the possibility of how many people you're going to reach if you truly get up that number of host to post every single month. Something that I recently learned, and this is kind of silly because I've been on social media for a long time, but I learned it at Green Carpet. And I learned it actually the last day we were at Lori Lambert's house. And one of the girls was talking about how they get people to reach out back to them on host to posts. And like, we're like, message me, or like sending them friend requests or putting another message in the comments. But what she does is she'll say, please message me. And I know like I do it too with Luz, a personal direct message, and I'll send you the details. But right below that, she includes the link to her profile because some people aren't as tech savvy as others. And so I started putting, and maybe you guys have done this. Maybe this is completely irrelevant, but I did not do this before because I figured they could just click my name and go to my profile, but not everyone will do that, right? So I've noticed when I put my profile link right below that in the same comment that I'm getting more people to reach out initially the first time. I have you that link right there for them to click and message. Now, I get it. They can click your name and go to message and do the same, but this has been really, really cool to see like the difference when you do that. So wrapping it up with branding a little bit, just kind of, I know I touched on it, but I want to talk a little bit more about what I mean when I say that. We've said authentic marketing, we've said attraction marketing. You can look at all the different stats and you can watch all the different trainings on people saying who are the people that are the most successful in network marketing. And it's people that are creating great content, branding, building relationships, doing all the things, right? So not only are they doing the daily tasks to grow their business, but they're also building some sort of brand, relational aspect to their business, because that's what separates you from others. You, who you are. Okay. And so people incorporate things they're passionate about into their posts and reels. They create content that is crisp, beautiful, great professional looking photos. It doesn't mean that you have to have it all together. You can look like a hot mess in those photos. Don't get me wrong, but it's the quality of the photo that you are sharing. Then something else is to ask yourself every time you post. This is something that I learned, oh gosh, probably like 5 years ago or something like that. But every time you post something on social media, ask yourself, is this post entertaining, inspiring, or educating my audience in some way? Am I offering valuable content to others' lives? Yes, Jess. Sorry, I just saw your comment, but yes, that's right away. Now, valuable content to their life. Why do they want to come to your page? Do they want to come to your page because they know you put up an inspiring post every day? Do they know that you're going to do some kind of a funny reel or a cooking reel or whatever, and they want to see what you got going on? Once people begin to see the pattern of what you're offering them, they will start coming to your page for that. They will build that relationship with you without you sometimes even interacting with them because of what you have on your page. If you are not educating, inspiring, or entertaining with your posts, don't post it. If it's literally offering no valuable content, and I don't mean like your life is valuable content, so don't get me wrong with that. But if you feel like you're just posting to post and it means nothing, don't do it. Like, think about the value that it's going to offer to others. What separates you from others is you. Like I said, people buy people, not products. Remember that. They want to know who you are, what you're about, why they should trust you, what down the road, what you're offering. But first, Facebook and these social media platforms are about building relationships. That's what it's about. Work the base, like I had mentioned before, work the business based on what you want, not on how you feel. I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, I'm human. I get it. But if you really want to grow a successful business, you work it based on what you want, not how you feel. If you work it based on how you feel, you won't work it very consistently. Most of the time, we let other things get in the way. But when we're making something a priority in our lives, we just need to do the things. Don't waste your time aimlessly scrolling. It's going to get you distracted, and actually, you're losing money because the valuable time that you're putting into scrolling, you could be doing send out messages and gain potentials and bring in income. So if you're complaining about your paycheck, but you're aimlessly scrolling all the time instead of doing the IPAs, then it's like a reality check, like, okay, man, like I really got to get my act together. I am talking about your profile link so that they can easily message you. That's what I'm talking about, Tammy. Some people do put the shopping bag links to bump HAPs. I haven't done that before either. I don't know if anyone on here has and has had any success with that, but um, I suppose that's an option. I've seen it on posts on people's personal pages, things like that, when you're getting close to month end and you want to hit goals. Okay, so two more things. Plan your week of posting and reels in advance. I know many of you guys on here do this. Example, you spend a few hours on Sunday creating content, I don't know, changing outfits, putting your reels together, putting your posts for the week together so that they're easy to reach to put out there throughout the week each day, or you actually have them scheduled. Digital creators can schedule their posts. So that's something that's important. But when you're intentional with those things one day of the week to kind of set up yourself for the week, then what you can put then what you can put your efforts for during the week aside from that is those IPAs of a messaging, following up HAPs, following up from HAPs, because you've done all kind of like the grunt work of branding and posting and stories. You kind of have that all set up already. So now you can just really do like get down to the nitty gritty of enrolling, really is what and that's all going to help. All the stuff that you prepped for is going to help for that. So, Cassie, not tagging yourself, but going to your profile, and you can go to your settings and scroll down all the way down, and you can click copy profile link. And it's a link that will then take them directly to your profile. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and wrap up. I appreciate everyone's time. I want you guys, we have some amazing leaders on here. It's so good to see all your faces. Please put in the chat your personal best business building tip, and then also put one of your takeaways from tonight, whether it's something you've heard before that you love or something that was an aha moment for you. And that is how we are going to wrap up tonight. I'm going to read those aloud to others. So take a second to write those things in the chat for everyone. And that's how we're going to wrap up. And I'm going to go through and just make sure that we didn't miss any questions while you guys are doing that. Okay, I think I got all the messages. The link in the comments. Oh, good. I could share something that helps me. And like I said, I just learned that a few weeks ago. So super cool. Okay. Tana says being excited about your goals, products, and future. She will share when they have a big Zoom tomorrow and everyone's welcome. Takeaway from tonight, people by people, spot on. Number one, yes, follow up is gold. And if you don't follow up with them, someone else will. I'm trying to like scroll down here. Someone else will. Kim, plan, build habits throughout your day to get the stuff done and be excited. Yep, it's huge. Honestly, you're contagious. If you're posting on social media and excited about what you're doing versus someone else in this business that's posting that isn't excited, and maybe you have some common people, who do you think they're going to go with? Someone that's excited and passionate about what they're doing, or someone that's kind of blah, like, maybe, or seems wishy-washy, or doesn't take it seriously? That's important. Profile link in the comments. Awesome. Yeah, I was just thinking, Kim and Jess, you guys weren't at Lori's that day because you left a little bit early. But yeah, that's something that I found from another girl that's been in the business for a while. That's cool. Absolutely, Cassie. Think of scrolling as losing money. You'll stop that real quick. Okay. Ashley says adding friends daily, getting the haps up daily, and follow up. The takeaway is the ninth or 10th follow up. Am I offending you? Following up, I'd love to help you with your goals. Don't cross potentials off your list and let your work go to waste. Communication with your team is so important. Build and grow together. Get more comfortable with reels and setting goals. Ask yourself, am I entertaining, inspiring, educating my followers with my posts and build relationships? Personal, increase your normal daily habits you're getting up and setting slash writing down daily, weekly, and monthly goals. Boost your habits with the shopping link. Profile link tip, chart often, always know what your goals are. Yes, ladies. So good, so good. And, I understand that we may know a lot of these things, but if we're not like preaching it to ourselves every day, then we are losing a huge amount of opportunity for growth and instead of just staying stagnant in our businesses, which I know that maybe we've all experienced, but we can only stay stagnant if we keep our mindset there and we don't do the things. You're only going to grow if you do the things, you grow your mindset, you grow your business, you communicate with your team, you lead from the front. Awesome. Positive mindset, keeping the self-development in your routine. Awesome, ladies. I appreciate all of you. Oh, I forgot to get a picture. Let me get a picture. Okay. And then a little video. Sorry, guys. I was so into tonight. I almost didn't do that. Smile. Okay, y'all. Have a great night. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.